Hello everyone, Wave here. I just saw the title and thought this can't be real. Tectone is going to be a low spender, or free to play probably. We're gonna react to it, I'm giving my opinion and stuff, and let's get started. But how I see it right now is that Tectone is someone who spends like crazy. He needs that C6 on every single character, refinement 5 on every single weapon and stuff. He's just the whale, the Leviathan, and now he's gonna change, probably. I would really appreciate if he goes to the low spender mode, like only buying the battle pass and the waking moon. This is just the standard spending on Genshin Impact, like I do it, for example. I think free to play is a bit extreme, but I recommend for every standard player plays this game. At least get the Waking Moon if you are really actively playing this game. And you would... Yeah, let's get started.
Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, whatever forms of social media that you use. Today, I come with you with a very serious announcement. And that announcement is somehow not clickbait, somehow actually legitimate. I will no longer be wailing. Now, let me clarify.
Okay.
I am not going to be wailing on refinement for weapons any longer.
Bro. He's just not wailing on weapons. Refinement 5 weapons.
Okay, and there's a very specific point. Okay, now with character constellations, like for example, Baal, you get a bunch of cool things. Alright? Will gather resolve even faster. When electro characters use their elemental burst, the resolve gets increased by 80%. You get all this wacky shit. You know, so you can ignore defense, which is crazy. Like, this can take Baal from being a support into a main damage character. You have this one, which is, you get some more bonus attack for everybody whenever your ability ends, which can change the way of your gameplay. Then you have Wishbearer, which has so much fucking text on it. I actually don't know what it does. When I read this much text, my mind actually goes numb, and it completely shuts off. So I don't know what this does, but it's probably something cool. But I started to realize that all refining my weapons does is cause me to have less fun. Because, dude, all refining this... Oh, shit, I had R1.
Yeah, that's clear if you just one-shot everything.
In my brain, I was literally, no joke, like, didn't I R5 this? Like, that's how far gone I've gotten for so many weapons, like Staff of Poma, Skyward Harp, Mist Splitter Reforged, you know, Song of Broken Palms.
That's good stuff.
But for a weapon like this, an Engulfing Lightning, which is literally a glorified stat stick, which is increased attack by 28% of energy recharge over the base of 100%. You can gain a maximum bonus of 80% attack, gain 30% energy recharge for 12 seconds after using Elemental Burst. Like, why would I need to refine that any further? Because I'm not sure if a lot of y'all know this, but I can assure you, Genshin Impact gets far more fun the worse your shit is.
No shit, I just tried out today. I played with a few friends. I just took some low-level hero, took some shitty weapon, and we did this stuff. He could do the highest ranking dungeon, but yeah, I wanted a bit of fun. You can just barge in with your most broken character and do it by yourself, but yeah. That's true. That's a true statement.
Now, here is the major difference, okay? And I want to highlight certain characters like this in case they come back around the banner. There are characters, and the reason why I'm going to stop rolling for weapons, some weapons, now let me also bring up an outlier here real quick. Weapons like Sacrificial Sword. This is a much different one because this weapon legit barely functions without refinement.
Yeah, it's basically like a 50-50 if you have it Rev 1. It was 40%, I think. At least get it to Rev 2. It would be decent, but it's not a requirement to get it on max refinement. He's basically too far gone to be a normal Genshin player to understand these things.
Goes from a 40% activation rate every 30 seconds to an 80% activation rate every 16. Like, the weapon does not function until higher refined, in my opinion. Okay?
In your opinion.
But weapons
which
like
is wrong.
Skyward Harp already work. Weapons like Staff of Homa.
Yep, the Staff of Homa. I have Staff of Homa on refinement 1. Only one Staff of Homa is enough. And you completely delete everything with Huta. Or on your Zhongli, it becomes a god staff.
Work at R1. Weapons like Engulfing Lightning already work. Weapons like Primordial Jade Cutter, they all already work at R1. Even weapons like Mistsplitter Reforge already work. But then, now Song of Broken Pines is a different story, because this increases attack speed. All right?
Ooh, attack speed.
And more attack speed equals more fun. Because the faster my character attacks, the faster I can get back to Eula's attack 4, which, in case you haven't seen, is truly a gem. And let me just go ahead and highlight this real quick for anybody who doesn't know it, because you know.
Yeah, it was a wolf one shot, I think.
Once again, it's one thing. It's one thing where Mihoyo implements jiggle physics to Ayaka's breast behind plate armor, and I get called a degen. But also, whenever you go on your attack 4 on your Eula, Mihoyo implemented ash jiggle physics and oppose each time you get to position 4.
For ultimate, no, it was the charge of his E and ultimate and stuff to one shot. What was I thinking, man? This dude.
So when I have Song of Broken Finds at R5, I can actually get to that attack animation faster, because I know there's probably more pixels in Eula's ass cheeks than there is in the entirety of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So that's very important for me whenever a weapon comes out like this. But I will no longer be R5ing any type of whale stat stick, period. Now, here is the difference. For characters like Kurides, she is pretty much obsolete. If you have Klee at C0, she is obsolete. There's not really anything to argue about that, unless that's all you have. But if you have options, you will not be using Klee unless you are like completely dedicated to this character. Unless you get C4. And with C4...
The thing about these constellations on 5-star characters, you can't really present them to the general audience like how you should build a character, because they become much more different after we get C3, C4 and stuff. Like, most of us can't even afford C1 or C2. If you're lucky, you get C1 and stuff, but a normal player like me who pays monthly is not. These are basically like stuffs only whales are interested in. This is nothing a normal player is interested in, only if you saved for like 1 year, but that's insanity.
You can actually still use Klee as a pretty damn viable support, okay? And that's what's great. Or characters like Zhao. Zhao, when you C6 him, he goes from being one of the most boring, clunky fucking characters in the entire game to a character where the laws of physics don't affect him, and he has 0 cooldowns on any of his abilities. Okay? Another thing, with Ganyu, you go from having to just sit there and fucking shoot a shot, to where you can only, like, you have to main DPS, right? You have to main DPS Ganyu, unless you get C6, and then you unlock one of the best supports in the entire game, which is you play as a big meaty character, and then every like 15 seconds you swap out the Ganyu, and then you hit him for a 3,000% damage nuke. It's just, I can honestly say, my spending with the game, there was at a point where I started to lose sight of why I was playing Genshin Impact. And I know this isn't much, but I know...
Yeah, he's a much insaner case of I'm already done with this game syndrome. It's like, most of us are still like a goal in set, like grinding those artifacts and stuff and get the perfect value. Or maybe get lucky with Constellation, saving up your Primus for your main because it's coming in a rerun, like with Tartaglia, with Zhongli, or I hope the next Suto rerun will come soon because I'm gonna spend on that one. And yeah, that's a problem with whales. They have like everything and don't need anything in the end.
Oh, it's a start. And I can definitely tell that my spending is way too much, but I hope people understand why I spent so much on Genshin Impact. Like with Genshin Impact, whenever I was able to spend money on the game, it wasn't about me who was spending. It was about me being able to put on a good show for every single person who was watching my stream. Because if I pulled for like 10, 20, 30,000 people watching my stream, then for an hour or two, we get to just have fun and watch one man destroy his fucking life. And it's good. And then people get to say, man, I was gonna pull, and then I saw how shit the rates were, so I passed. And when I see how, like, good that feels, because, like, it's one thing to say, oh, if you play free to play, you don't support the weapon system.
Yeah, but to be honest, when you are saving up for, like, a really long time and spend that in one day, like when I did with Raiden Shogun banner, it feels great. Because it was hard work you put in, like every day you did your dailies, did your commissions and stuff, did your weeklies, everything to get this battle pass up, to do your abyss, do every single event, and that's a satisfaction you get out of it. Like, you worked for that thing. And if you're a whale and just spend like $3,000 and roll through it, you still get this kick, I guess, but I think it's less. It doesn't feel right.
You don't support the wishes. That's completely fine. But I do genuinely think that whales, people who do roll, they showcase a faulty product.
Because I did the same thing in like Warframe, I spent like a bunch of money on the premium resource, but I just paid to win me up there. I made the progress faster. I already got everything in just such a short amount of time without any work, and it wasn't even that much money. That was the thing. Yeah, in the end I just quit that game and I just spent too much money on that one. Kinda unlucky, I guess. And this is why I won't spend in Genshin Impact. I won't spend that much money. I just will spend for the moon, Wacky Moon, and for Battle Pass, just chilling. And maybe someday, when I feel special, I will spend on Primo Gems, but it's still not there. I haven't done that and probably won't. Only if that day comes.
That is broken. They showcase a system that is fundamentally flawed. The fact that I get to put on display that it can cost up to $400 to get one copy of a character. The fact that I get to showcase a weapon banner that can cost $800 to get one copy of a weapon. If people actually think that that is a way that is going to incentivize people to roll, I feel like they got something fucked up in their brain.
Yeah. We should do a separate system where the weapon banner needs a different resource, for example. Not like the wishes you spend on your character banner, which is much more important, I guess. But the weapon banner is kind of meh. It's always like, should I really do this one weapon I don't really like? I got the Unforged instead of a spear for Baal. But basically I got a go-to weapon for Noel. I'm kind of okay with that one.
Because if anybody sees that people are having to spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to finish a character, the only people that are going to see that and roll are people who have expendable income or are people whose impulse control is so low that they're already a lost cause. Now, you might disagree, but I would like to know where you disagree with that. And I'm not here to defend whalers. JK, yes I am. I don't know who the fuck could see me roll on Staffahoma, lose $12,000 and say, well, you know, I'm going to roll too.
Yeah, I did. I rolled on the Staffahoma and I got it first try. Didn't even took me that many rolls. I was like on the 30 pity, 40, 50, something like that.
How the fuck's that make any sense? Regardless, I can already showcase how flawed the summon system is based on summons. Okay, I don't need weapon banners in order to further that narrative. Okay, but when certain characters come around, I do feel like it's important for people who actually are highly saving for a specific character. Because some people say that they're saving for one character. And when they only want one character, they're going to want to see how it functions at a higher constellation in case they want to be a character who has like a main. All right. And for certain characters like Zhongli, who can become a healer at C6, Zhao, who can become an infinite bot at C6, characters like Venti, where their C6 really doesn't help them other than push out more.
Well, only C6 which are important for the average players of this for 4-star C6s.
More damage.
Man.
God, you can become more DPS. Tartaglia, you can ignore his entire timing-based cooldowns. Yoimiya can push out insane fucking damage at C6 and actually be pretty damn viable, and also do a lot of cool things with Overcharge and Hu Tao, where you have to completely ignore the crit rate scenario. That's why I'm going to continue wailing on characters. But for weapons, unless it's something that is just a completely unfunctioning weapon that needs higher constellation, I'm not going to be rolling on stat stick weapons any longer. I'm not. It was great for me. I get to mark it as a business expense. Chat gets to enjoy the streams. Y'all get to enjoy the videos of me rolling for weapons.
Yeah.
But the reason why I really don't want to roll for weapons like that anymore is because that's not what I play Genshin Impact for. I don't play Genshin Impact for big numbers. I don't play Genshin Impact for meta. I don't play Genshin Impact to be efficient. I play Genshin Impact for fun. And if all the weapon does is let me kill shit faster...
Yeah,
well,
but shitting on people who build VMC, I guess.
I get to play less. And that's not what I want, because I want to be able to play this game for as long as possible. I want to be able to have longer streams. I don't need to be able to kill things that quick. I don't. Because there are certain characters in the game,
And Ironica are hypercritical because he said, why are you even building VMC? He's garbage. Why are you using Amber and stuff? But if people have fun with it, we can play them.
Joke that I didn't even know they had certain mechanics because I would kill them too fucking fast. And anybody who's seen my chat knows this. I'm able to skip the Wolf's Boss phase 2 with my Yoda ult. Okay? There are mechanics in that fight that I have not seen a year into the game. Same thing with Valen. So from this point forward, and at the case or the sake of being repetitive, I'm going to end it here. But I will no longer be rolling on weapon banners unless they are completely fucking bullshit. Which brings me to my next point. Since I will be able to save a lot more money, I'm going to be able to do more giveaways. And the reason why I'm going to be able to do more giveaways is because the weapon banner I was already be able to classify as a business expense. But I can also classify giveaways as business expenses too. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I can help you.
Yeah, that's a nice change if it does really bad thing. If you do giveaways and use that one as a business expense instead of wishing stuff. That's a good change. It's not truly going low spend, because weapon banner is just one thing, but getting C6 on every character is another thing. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching. I'll leave a link in the description to see his video. Obviously, I'm just a small YouTuber and no one will even click on that link, I suppose, but I need to do it. And yeah, give a like to Tectone's vid and to mine if you want. And see you next time. Wafer